From your Weather Authority, Chief Meteorologist Wayne Hart.
New model data coming in this evening. There are a few changes to tell you about, and I'll get to those in just a moment. But look at the numbers from today. Warmest and most humid so far, 72. That's a record warm low, beating the old record by 3 degrees. 89 the high, 3 degrees shy of the record set back in 1988. So we were 85 to 90. Tomorrow, pretty much 85 to 90 again, and humid. But then the cold front will get rid of all the heat and humidity over the weekend. So right now, alerts we are free of. Could get some for the overnight hours, especially in western Kentucky. Live Doppler radar just showing some false returns around the radar site. There was a weakening line of storms approaching from the northwest with that cold front. That line has fallen apart as expected, but that front is still on the move. And as it moves in down towards the Ohio River overnight and some more energy begins to hit it, that's when more new scattered storms will begin to develop, and a few of those could be severe. But right now, it's just a warm evening out there. Live view from downtown Evansville. The temperature still 78 over a dew point of 61 and still breezy west-southwest wind at 16 miles per hour. Temperatures running mid-70s. We're just going to fall back into the upper 60s to low 70s for another warm overnight low. Most of the severe weather today has been up to the north along that front where they did not have a cap, but you can kind of see the front right here. That's the one that's going to settle in here overnight, and as some upper level energy hits it during the pre-dawn hours, some scattered storms will form along it. And the Storm Prediction Center still has that level 2 threat for the overnight hours. More for large hail and damaging wind, though an isolated tornado can't totally be ruled out. But tomorrow, tornadoes are much more likely with this level 4 threat, a moderate risk. Once again, we were in this a couple of times earlier in the season, and you don't like to get a risk this high. We've got all hazards on the board, and unfortunately elevated hazards with all the hatches that we see here. Now, the tornado threat is level 3, but with the hatching, that means a strong tornado, EF2 or larger, is a possibility. The hail is level 3, but with the hatching, the hail could be as big as baseballs, and that's rare around here. If we get baseball-sized hail, we're going to have some issues. So tomorrow may be the day to choose the parking garage to keep your vehicle under cover. Now, the wind, level 4, and with the hatching, winds of 70 to even 80 miles per hour will be possible, and that's why the Storm Prediction Center upgraded to a level 4, because of that potential for widespread, damaging, intense straight-line winds with that final line of storms later in the afternoon. So here's the new timing. Future tracker with the wave overnight, 3 a.m., still bringing that into western Kentucky. Now, the new run gets it up to the Ohio River. Evansville on the edge with some storms right at 7 a.m., so that could impact your morning commute, but severe threat would be a little higher down to the south. Should be gone by 8 a.m. and then the sun comes out. The rest of the morning is quiet. And the new run a little slower with the first wave tomorrow afternoon hitting our western counties at 3 p.m. If it's a line, that's good. But if we see cells form out ahead of it, those would be supercells. Those would have the potential for that really large hail and a strong tornado. Our model just keeps it a line, and that would be lots of straight line winds, embedded tornadoes with large hail hitting Evansville by 4 p.m., Owensboro by 4:30. And just as that line is exiting to the east, the second line develops. But the new run is keeping that more south of the Ohio River, and at least sparing our northern counties from round 2. That's a big if. Other models don't necessarily do that, but at least our guidance is showing the second line more along and south of the river. This is 6 p.m., and then that line sweeps across western Kentucky and is out of our area. Our model says 8 p.m. Other guidance a little slower by 10 p.m., but certainly later Friday evening, we will be done with that. And then we can catch our breath and enjoy a nice weekend. Lots of sunshine, cooler, less humid for both Saturday and Sunday. And then, unfortunately, we get back into another stormy weather pattern for the early part of next week. So overnight, scattered storms will return along and south of the river. A few may be severe, mainly in western Kentucky, 65 to 73. And this will be more likely after 3 a.m. They could linger into the morning commute early, should be gone by 8 a.m. Then sunshine in the morning, storms redevelop in the afternoon. 2 waves, likely severe, 85 to 88. The storms end early tomorrow night, then sunshine on Saturday, 78 degrees. We see clouds Saturday night. We clear again, 79. Some storms coming in Monday morning, could be severe. Those end in the afternoon. A better likelihood of some strong to severe storms late Tuesday afternoon into Tuesday night. We're weather aware for that, and those storms should be ending on Wednesday morning.
All right, thank you, Wayne.